G'day warbanders, and today I want to talk about my top 5 strategy games of 2023. Now this isn't an objective list, it's just what I like, as I just want to reiterate all the time. I'm not looking at this super objectively, it's just my taste. And here we go guys, so the first game I'm really liking, I've been playing a lot recently this year, is Ultimate General American Civil War. So it's a war game, it's really similar to Total War, but better. We're all about good gameplay here guys on this channel, and this gameplay is great. What I really like about it is that it uses a lot of historical tactics, or you can emulate a lot of historical tactics. You know, you're marching in columns, like, you know, you're doing fighting retreats, you're delaying the enemy with skirmishes, and you know, cavalry is not really that effective, only as a harassing force, which is, you know, pretty accurate to the period, at least in this time period where cavalry was starting to see its way out. So I really like that Ultimate General and the developers of this game really paid attention to the history. It's really authentic. And also the AI is very good. Not perfect, because it has a scaling feature where if your army gets too big or you kill too many AI armies, they start to scale up to your size. So it does cheat a little bit, but it's just to keep the game challenging. And I like that. I also don't like that. And another big point is that it's really heavily customizable in terms of the army management. So you're dealing with like supplying your troops, you got veterancy, you got commanders, and you organize them to separate corps. And I really like the army management. There's a lot of options. You know, you can go for like a full cavalry army if you wanted to, or, you know, full skirmisher army if you want to. There's so many changes you can do to your army. I really like Ultimate General. I've covered Ultimate General American Revolution previously, and that game is looking great, and I can't wait to see the next game in the series. But you should really check out this previous game. It's still great, and it's visually stunning too, so there's a lot going on. The battles are big. You know, when you get to like Antietam, it gets really big. Like, it has all the historical battles, and I just love it. So yeah, that's my first game I've been playing. And now the second game, please do not avert your eyes. I know the graphics look pretty poor, but Shadow Empire, it's a great turn-based war game set in a post-apocalyptic universe where all the planets have gone into civil war basically, and you know, everything's turned into like a Mad Max type of universe, and you're leading like a faction, like a survivor faction basically. And what I really like about it is that it has a heavy logistical element. So, you know, you're dealing with roads, so you can build trains. You know, you have a big worry about supply, because, you know, you have to keep track of ammunition and food and morale and readiness. There's so many factors. This is a spreadsheet war game, guys. And don't be intimidated about the graphics. We care about the gameplay here, guys. I don't play trash games on this channel. I play good games that are challenging and complex, and Shadow Empire is one of those games that there's nothing else like it on the market. There are war games like it, I suppose, like the developer has made previous games, but this game just combines a lot of elements I like about war games into one. So the logistics, the research is really in depth, so you can design individual tank models and like customize their engines, I think. And I haven't got that part of the game, so I'm not a huge veteran of the game. I'm still new to it. And another thing I want to bring up is the character management. So it's like you have these Crusader Kings elements in the game, and you know, it's really crucial to managing these characters, because otherwise they're going to start civil war if they don't like you. They give you like bonuses. So it's all about interacting with these characters of power. And I really like that element. I wish more strategy games took that. You know, we're dealing with characters or AI characters, and they all have opinions on you. I really like that element. So yeah, guys, that's Shadow Empire. Go check it out. I know the graphics don't look appealing, but the gameplay is really solid. So yeah, the third game I've been playing is Xenonauts 1. Xenonauts 2 is a great game, but it's not finished. It's still in early access, so I'm not reviewing that game. I'm not even if I really like it, it's still not finished. So I've been playing a lot of Xenonauts 1. And what Xenonauts 1 is, it's basically XCOM-like, but it's inspired by the original XCOM. And what the original XCOM did was it simulated ballistics. So it wasn't just a simple percentage chance to be hit. The bullet actually goes somewhere when you shoot it, and you can do multiple shots. It's really in depth. It has more management elements. So the base management is way more in depth. And Xenonauts just takes all the original mechanics and just refines them and cuts out all the macro management, because in the original XCOM, sorry, you're managing like clips of ammo and stuff. And I didn't really like that element in the original, so they cut out all the really annoying micromanagement with the ammunition and all that, and I really like that. So it's basically streamlined the experience, but it still kept the core mechanics of original XCOM, or enemy unknown, or UFO defense, whatever you want to call it, right? And I really like it because it's really tactical, challenging. It's really punishing. So, an alien can throw a grenade into your troops and they're bunched up. They're all just going to get one tap, basically. And one plasma shot usually just means game over for one of your troops. So you really got to think, plan, and think ahead, basically. And every move in this game matters. And I really like that. Every move matters. So if you make a mistake, it's kind of gonna bite you in the ass later. So guys, Xenonauts 1. Now the fourth game, called On the Western Front. This is a World War I strategy game. Again, the graphics aren't amazing, but there's so much depth here, guys. This is the most complex World War I game I've ever played in my life. Like, no joke. You're digging trench lines, you're fortifying pillboxes, you're digging artillery pits, you're doing the air war. There's so many factors. You can do tunneling to go on the enemy line. It's all about breaking through the enemy lines, and it really gives you a sense of how hard it was to break through enemy trenches in the First World War. And another thing I like about it is, it's focusing on that, tactical trench warfare, as I said before, I think. And you're just you do like raids, try and break the enemy line, or like soften them up, basically. And there's like a set offensives where you're preparing. So there's a lot of planning involved. There's a lot of logistics as well. So you have ammunition, you have readiness, you have morale, you have, you can supply your troops with coffee if you want. There's so many things you can do in this game. And I feel like it's really flew on people's radar. It's one of those games that's really a rough gem. It has some bugs, but the developer is really responsive. He answers all the time to your bug reports. And, the developer has been working on this game for a couple of years now. It's a solo developer, guys. So you can expect the graphics not to be like amazing. If you really like the First World War period, this game's for you. Now, I wasn't impressed with Petroglyph's take on World War I. I feel like it was really abstract, very gamey. This game on the Western Front is not gamey. Everything's simulated. So, like, say if you're doing barrage on the enemy line and it's raining, the shells, they won't do much effect because the ground's muddy. And if your troops are running on muddy ground, they're going to slow down. The artillery is going to bombard them. That's another factor of the game, is that if you step out of your trench for like 5 seconds, your enemy artillery is just going to bombard you straight away. And it just shows how brutal trench warfare really was. So yeah, that's on the Western Front. So guys, yeah, guys. Last game, Knights of Honor 2. So I like the original. I wasn't born around the original, so I'm not like a boomer or anything. But I really like the original game, Knights of Honor 1. And Knights of Honor 2 just keeps the original formula. It doesn't change too much. And I really like that, because when you're making a remaster or a sequel, you don't have to completely change the game. You got to expand on it. And this is what Knights of Honor 2 has done. They've expanded elements of the game that were great, like the character elements, the diplomacy. They made it really tight. It's a very casual and fun map painter, so it's really easy to get into. You have money, you have books as like your RPG mechanics. You're leveling up your characters, and you have religion, like piety. All these little mechanics, they feed into the main game. I really like it. It also has a decent combat element. It's not as good as Total War. Like, it's still kind of a throwaway battles simulator. It's like, you know, it's decent. Like, the battles are pretty decent, but, you know, Total War is better in that regard. But I believe, like, the overall, you know, strategic elements are better than Total War. So yeah, Knights of Honor 2. I love the original. And I love number 2. But yeah, guys, that's my list. My quick list. So I'm not really going into massive depth. But those are the games I've been playing in 2023. Ultimate General America's Civil War, Shadow Empire, Xenonauts 1, On the Western Front, and Knights of Honor 2. And these are games that have been out for a while, so they're not released in 2023, but this is what I've been playing. And I really want to make this list known. So yeah, guys, if you liked the video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Only a few of you have subscribed when you watch my videos, so please subscribe if you watch this video and you're new to the channel. We do a lot of complex strategy games. I do a lot of Mount & Blade content as well, but I'm starting to shift away. As you can see, I'm starting to branch out a little bit more. I still do Mount & Blade combat. Sorry, well, I'll still do Mount & Blade content, but I'm just going to be branching out a little bit. So there you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.